Lepaga, and welcome to the SABC Digital News Telegram, where we look at the biggest stories making headlines in technology during the week. This week, we look at Microsoft this week launched the first Lumia smartphone, and it's not a Nokia. The company bought Nokia's mobile device business a few months ago, and this week dropped the Nokia branding on its first Microsoft Lumia smartphone, the Lumia 535. We ask Microsoft South Africa to explain if this is the end of Nokia smartphones.
Microsoft acquired substantially the whole of the devices and services business from Nokia. Nokia as a company still exists. Now they're primarily a network infrastructure mapping company. So Nokia still exists as a separate business. But Microsoft, for all intents and purposes, it was the phone business that they acquired from Nokia. So that business, if you think about it simply, the people that design, the factories that build, the people that market and sell the Nokia products were moved into the Microsoft business. So essentially now for the last couple of months, all of the Nokia branded devices, the phones, the smartphones that have come out have been made by Microsoft. And we've slowly been doing a brand transition on a number of different levels. So a lot of the applications and software that Nokia built previously are now branded Microsoft. At the more affordable segments, products like the Nokia 130, which is a type and text phone, which is very, very popular, specifically with African consumers, they will continue to be manufactured and they will continue to be called Nokia. Microsoft did sign a licensing agreement for the Nokia brand for devices like that for quite a long period with the company that is now Nokia. So those will continue, but in the smartphone segment, which I think is where all of the attention is, and I think where a lot of consumers, even in an African context, are moving, those products will continue as Lumia, as they have been for the last couple of years under Nokia. It's just they will be branded Microsoft.
The infamous SABC banner on one of Johannesburg's biggest intersections has been defaced. The South Gauteng High Court in Johannesburg heard on Wednesday that the banner calling SABC the most useless service provider in South Africa is defamatory to the point of unlawfulness. The banner went up last week at the World Wear Center in Randburg. It had cost George Prokers 61,200 rand to make and put the banner up, which he sought payment from SABC. WhatsApp's new checkmarks are set to put people in some trouble, especially those in relationships. WhatsApp, the popular mobile messaging application, this week rolled out a new feature which lets users know when their messages have been sent, received, and read. In the past, WhatsApp users could see when their messages had been delivered, but they could not view if the message had been read. After sending a message, a single checkmark meant that a message had been successfully sent, and 2 checkmarks meant the message had been received. WhatsApp has now added some color to the messages sent. The 2 checkmarks turn blue once the recipient reads the message. The introduction of the 2 blue checkmarks on WhatsApp saw much excitement from social media users in South Africa, but it also left some other users feeling, blue. The blue checkmarks mean recipients can no longer claim to have not read the messages received. This has caused a stir on social media throughout the world. Google executives Eric Schmidt and Jonathan Rosenberg have recently launched a new book titled How Google Works, a quirky management book that looks into the balance of power that has gradually shifted from management to the consumer. As this is his first management book, Schmidt says the book addresses the need to manage what he terms smart creatives in a bid to maintain a sense of transparency in the sharing of information. Applied in meetings, the book is a how-to guide on starting meetings in any organizations by analyzing and arguing data and encouraging people who create superior products and attract a new breed of multifaceted employees. The book covers topics such as corporate culture, strategy, talent, and decision-making, amongst others, and provides an environment where employees can thrive at scale. And finally, in case you missed it, the real Queen is now on Twitter. Queen Elizabeth's first tweet, sent from @the_British_Monarchy account, read, "It is a pleasure to open the Information Age exhibition today at the Science Museum, and I hope people will enjoy visiting. Elizabeth R." The Queen's official Twitter account @British Monarchy is run by royal aides. In 1976, the Queen was the first monarch to send an email using technology when it was in its infancy. And that is it from us for now. Do join us again next week for another wrap of the biggest tech stories.